Hey, welcome to Suburban Rebels. My name's Ian. I'm from Redmond High School. I've been a Suburban Rebel for 3 years, starting with the time I got a Jetta for my 16th birthday and spray painted Sonic Youth all over it, right up to yesterday when I got this awesome tattoo.
Oh, cool.
Thanks. Oh, man. Before we start the show, as always, I'd like to repeat the Suburban Rebels Pledge of Allegiance. Wow. I pledge allegiance to do my best to piss off any adult authority figure I know. When I get depressed, I promise not to inflict physical harm on anyone or anything except for my own body. I swear not to feel guilty about the fact that even though I'm a rebel, my parents gave me a Visa Gold in my own name, a cell phone, and my own entrance to the house. And I pledge that no matter how bad things get, I'll never drink really cheap beer. Okay. Let's get to the issues. I've got a letter here from Siobhan in Woodinville who writes, Dear Suburban Rebels, first of all, thanks for last week's tip on turning back the odometer on a BMW. That saved me from a massive grounding. Now I've got a different problem. I started dating this really cool guy named Lars that I met at the Soundgarden show, but my parents don't like him, even though he's been clean for a week. They say, if I don't quit seeing him, I can't go on the senior trip to Cancun. What can I do to really piss off my parents? That's a great question, Siobhan. So as usual, I'll turn it over to Heather, our piss them off expert.
Thanks, Ann. Babe, you've got a classic problem that demands a classic Suburban Rebel solution. I recommend a 5-step attack program guaranteed to totally piss your parents off. Step 1, make sure they know you're upset. Start with a comment like, you hypocrites, I'm sick of your middle-class idea of morality. You work for people who are destroying the earth. That's why I'm shaving my head. Step 2, shave your head. Step 3, pierce your eyebrow. Step 4, hide in your room and play Tracey Chapman really loud. And then just come out at dinner time, don't say a word, and only eat like raspberry frozen yogurt. And step 5, get one of these diary books and leave it open in a conspicuous place. It should include entries of things like, I just don't know if I can go on. We were all tripping pretty bad. And then Lance took off all my clothes. You know, if this stuff doesn't get the reaction you want, it's time to take the ultimate step, which is running away. For advice on this drastic measure, let's go to the running away expert, Justin.
Thanks, Heather. Okay, you guys, running away is not something you just go off and do. It takes a lot of planning, and there are some rules you need to follow. Okay. For one thing, you should always run away with a member of the opposite sex, right? I mean, that's common sense. And you should always do it in a good car that has a good tape deck, right? Also, you want to make sure you hit the cash machine before you leave. And hey, if you're going to run away, you might as well make it someplace fun, like Vancouver, BC. I mean, there's no sense in running away to someplace like Chehalis. Remember, at first your parents think they can handle the whole thing themselves because they don't want their neighbors to find anything out. So if you've got about a week. After that, they'll probably call the police. And at that point, you need to come home immediately. I repeat, you need to come home immediately. You do not want to spend any time at all in juvie, okay? All right, back to you, Ian.
That's great, bud. That's really great, bud. Hey, next week we'll talk about how to make a scene at a big family get-together without getting cut out of the grandparents' will. Later.